Kicking it with Gives a Minute on Kick. Hey, yo. Whoa. Get more lively. Ha. I was just checking my Pulse X and Hex. I was going to do a stream about Richard Hart and the SEC Sewage. Sewerage. That's kind of funny. Sewerage. Is the plural of suing... No, suing, right? Yeah. Why did that not make sense to me? I thought the word was sewage. But I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to do that tomorrow on YouTube. I'm tired. I was up at 1 a.m. this morning, or 1:20 a.m. No, 1:40 a.m. Out of the house at 2:40 a.m. Started work at 3:40 a.m. Finished work at 2 p.m. It is now 4 p.m.
I just want to tell you how it feels.
I just want to tell you how it feels. I'm tired, so I don't want to go too deep into that Richard Hart story. Even though that's big news this week, I'm going to save it for my... I want my head to be clear when I do this, so I'll do that tomorrow. But instead, we do have a bunch of Justin Sun stories to cover. These are tabs that have been up my wazoo for quite a while, and we haven't looked at them. And Justin Sun's always good for a light-hearted laugh, so we'll go through and have a look at those, and we'll hang out here for an hour or so, and then I'm going to get into that thing and snooze, sleep. Waffle Scratch in the house. Redox, what's up? Gibbs, how you doing? And Hendrik, let me kill my stream. Thank you for the host on DLive. I'm not too sure what was happening, but this stream didn't start here on Kick. I just looked over at Kick and it wasn't ingested. It didn't ingest. It said no. Even though my restream was all hunky-dory, my restream here is firing away and everything was looking good at this end. It just didn't come through on Kick. So I went and stopped it and started again. And bingo, bango, crikey, crango. It worked. But yeah. Redox, Bitcoin back to 20k, then an all-time high, late 2024. Do I need to screenshot that, Redox? Do I need to screenshot that? By the way, I was just looking at my portfolio, and yeah, I mean, I know we're not talking about Richard Hart and Hex, but man, my portfolio is looking fine. I mean, I don't know about you, yahoos. Did you buy the dip? Pulse and Pulse X were on an all-time low. Yeah. Now, or then would have been a good time to grab a little. But Bitcoin, I've been DCAing into Bitcoin the whole way along. But you're calling it down to 20k still? Okay. Now's a good time to start playing with DeFi. Well, see, I don't want to blow my my story. I don't want to blow my stream for tomorrow, but wow, what about DeFi right now? Can Uniswap do that and still be considered DeFi? I don't know if they can, right? Like, decentralized finance, and they come in and control it. They go, oh, you can't use that one. No, you can't use that currency. We're taking that one off. What? That's not decentralized. That's not DeFi. That's everything I've learned about it in the last 3.5 years. That tells me that is not decentralized finance. But look. Okay, because you want to talk about it, I'll entertain the thoughts for a little while. Does this SEC sewerage of Richard Hart make any difference to Hex, to Pulse, and to Pulse X? Does it really? Because, and I'm not saying I've got the answer to that, but what I can state is what we learnt. I've got a headache too, by the way. I just noticed that. That's not fun. What we learned all the way through from the very beginning of Hex from Richard Hart himself, basically saying this is immutable code. The code is already in place. It's already operational. You're the user of the code. It doesn't matter what happens to him. He can disappear off the face of the freaking planet. The code still exists. So, without being, I don't know, facetious to Richard Hart, who really cares? Like, should we care? Do we have to care? It doesn't really make any difference to us if he gets sued, because the thing's already in existence. That's how I always thought about it anyway. I mean, nobody wants well, some crew probably want him to be sued, but nobody that's a hexagon wants him to be sued. But ultimately, is it actually going to affect anything at all aside from him losing some money? I mean, he'll pay a fine, right? That's probably all that'll happen. Hendrik says, nah, DeFi? Shit. Cardano, you're saying get into Cardano DeFi. The SEC already lost that case. Right. Hendrik, your gut says yes, it will affect Hex. Redox, all my ninjas love Hex. All your ninjas? Okay. Ruffle Scratch, trust the plan. Trust the plan. Whose plan? What plan? Where's the plan? Who's making plans? Nobody told me about a plan? Where's the plan? Quit stalling and tell me the plan. I don't know. I mean, look. For the last 7 months, Richard Hart's been missing in action anyway. Gloria, I see you agree with me. Hello, Gloria, all over the place there. Gloria. These are the jokes. Oh, okay. You're joking. Okay. Well, you probably should have made that clearer. JK would cover it. Just JK. All the crypto homies are going to do great in a year or two. Well, look. All-time lows for everything, right? Me, personally, I'm done with Ethereum. The moment Pulse Chain launched, I'm like, that's it. I'm not doing any more. I'm not paying any more fucking Ethereum gas fees. I'm done with it. I'm like, I'm going Pulse Hex. I'm using Pulse on Pulse. I'm using Hex on Pulse. I'm done. One time I messed up, or didn't mess up, but one time I succumbed and DCA'd in a little E-Hex, Ethereum Hex, when it was pretty low. And I thought to myself, you know what I'm going to do with this? I'm not going to stake it. I'm not going to do the 5555. I'm going to hold it liquid. Because the thing that pisses me off when I think about Hex, the thing that really grinds my gears, and I'm a hexagon, so this is, take it as you will, but what kills me, I see that somebody just followed. Texas Tech. Thank you, Texas Tech.
No.
Yes. I'm going to have a sip while you...
And now...
There's a little... There'll be a little wait. Shit. There'll be a little wait before you can chat in my chat. I think it's about a 6-minute wait. That's to stop the trolls, right? You understand, right? You can't just come into a stream and just follow and then start chatting. You got to wait a little while. So I bought a little Hex and I didn't stake it. So I've kept it liquid. And I'm going to sell that shit the moment it goes up. Because every time we were told about Hex, and I'm thinking about from the very beginning with Hexologist, Matty All-In, RG3, and the Discord Syndicate, when all those guys came over and rated me on DLive and introduced me to Hex, at the time, it was always about longer pays better, bigger pays better. So who are the fuckers who've cashed out within 3 years of Hex and made millions of dollars? Because I didn't. Because I went in long, like I was told, longer, stake it, earn those T-shares, right? Stake it. Yet we keep seeing people cashing out Hex and going, oh, I'm stoked, I got heat, I'm loaded now. So I said to myself, all right, well, I'm done with Ethereum Hex. We've got Pulse Chain, we can play on there and it doesn't cost anything, right? It's such insignificant gas fees. So when Hex on Ethereum dropped, because it dropped off, this is not just now, this is back 4 months, maybe 5 months ago. There was a reason for the drop. Probably the Pulse Chain launch when everybody was like, which one do we use? Which one do we use? And that's an interesting situation, right? Which one do we use? We use the one that costs less, you idiots. Why would you keep using the one that's smashing you on gas fees when there's a duplicate of it? The same thing. Okay, it's not valued the same, but the same thing's right there and it costs next to nothing to use. And that's the thing that Richie Boy has been working his guts out on and we've been all waiting for 2 years, and the people are like, oh, I'm still going to use the other one. We built you a new gym, and you're still out on the front sidewalk playing basketball up against a house wall. There's a gym right there. Use the gym. Go and shoot hoops in the gymnasium. You still want to play out there on the shitty 9.5 feet tall hoop? I'm putting this in terms that people might recognize. Understand. So I said to myself, I'm done. Except I did buy a little E-Hex, and I'm holding a liquid, and the second that thing goes up, I'm cashing that shit out. I'm saying thank you very much. Ouch. By the way, I did some yard work yesterday, and I've got blisters and cuts all over myself. Let me read the chit chat. Redox, my biggest mistake was not buying Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs when they were 1 to 2 ETH. Maybe, but you've got to really catch that shit. NFTs, dude. Wow. NFTs are... I don't get it. I don't pretend to get it. People are making a lot of money, or people did make a lot of money on it, but the stories we see now is, you know, so-and-so bought this NFT back in 2021 and he paid 1.4 million and it's now worth 40,000. This is a reoccurring theme that we're seeing, and I'm thankful I didn't dabble, let's just say. Hendrik, exactly. Pertsky and I have been saying that for years. To keep it liquid. Have you? Did you? When? What? Did I not hear you? Say it again. I didn't hear it. You've been saying to not... Oh. You've been saying not to stake Hex? I mean, I've got my stakes, right? I'm 555. I'm down, right? I'm for the long haul. You know that because you saw it all when it all happened, right? So I went in and I staked. And then I see these hexagons are like flexing with Lambos and shit. I'm like, dude, it's not even 2 years into Hex, and how did you make all that money from Hex when we're all staking? They didn't stake. The next bull market is coming very soon. Will it come during this stream or a little bit later? I'm being stupid. His name is not even Richard Hart. No, his name's Richard Schuler. Hart is a stage name. And like, if that's an attack on him, that's a stupid attack. A lot of people have stage names. A lot of musicians change their name. What about all those Lil Nas X and Lil this and Little Cheater and Little that? They're not their real names. Oh, of course they're not. I'm on a short tether here, Hendrik. So if you want to get me on the wrong side of that tether, continue as you are. Shout out to Hex, even though I don't touch it. Shout outs to Hex. Look, my non-advice financially style, my non-financial advice would be buy that shit now. It's going back up. Sell it when it does. Do not stake it. Be done. Kanye changed his name to Ye. People change their names all the time. You get married, you change your name. 2 hands up for that one. Making a point about Schuler, Richard Hart, is not even his real name. It's Richard Schuler. It's just such a moot point. It doesn't mean anything at all. I might change my name to Flamdingo Dango. If that'll get me more views, I'll do whatever it takes. But anyway, look, can we get on to Justin Sun? Because he's way more fun to ridicule. Justin Sun, right? You know the guy. Kanye's the best artist of this generation, agreed? I'm not a fan of Kanye. Never have been. Oh yeah, there's that Gives a Minute dude. I forgot. I might need to get a beer. Should I get a beer? I might get a beer. I might get a homie. Or should I have a Jack? I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll do neither of those things. I'll just have a little of this. I'll just take the edge off. Just to get a little... In my shot glasses from the Christmas Advent calendar, Jack Daniel style. I'm gonna have one of these. It's all I need, and if I have too much, I'll fall asleep. Like I said, I got up at 1:40 a.m., left the house at 2:40 a.m., Started work at 3:40 a.m., finished work at 2 p.m., came home. It's now 4:20 p.m. It's 4:20. What? It is. It's 4:21. I can't help that. They're just numbers, man. This is good. I'm gonna sip this sucker. Oh, that's probably gonna finish that. Rookie hours. Cheers, Ski. Thanks, Redox. Cheers, man. Cheers, Izzes. It is nice. I'm not gonna shot it. I'm just gonna nip on it, sip on it, tip on it. Look at this. What's this story here? Justin's son. Where's my mouse? Why can't I make that bigger? Ah, click on it. Block trade secures victory against Justin's son. Oh fuck, let me do some shit on DLive. What are you doing on DLive, Hendrik? What are you doing on DLive? I see 2 viewers on DLive. Hey, viewers on DLive. Come on over to kick.com. We're talking about your guy. Actually, he's not your guy anymore. Justin's son is gone from DLive. I am not here. I am not here. Hey, Daleski. How you doing, man? Yeah, Justin's son's no longer affiliated. Well, for quite a while now, apparently. He's gone, right? He's no longer in the helm. DLive is cringe. Yeah.
I just want to tell you how it feels.
I just want to tell you how it feels. Hang on. Do we have... Was that a DLive alert? That's Jay. I haven't got Jay Boston up here in Kick, but that was a DLive alert. Thank you, whoever. That's a lemon, right? I think that's a lemon. I can't remember, dudes. Also, I'm running off no sleep. Our guy is Elon Musk. Okay. That's a ninja. Alright, I gotta go over and have a look at DLive. That's a Ninja Genie. Whoever did that, I gotta bring that up. Is that what you're doing on DLive, Hendrik? Is that what you're doing, dude? Is that what you're doing over on DLive? Where am I? My channel? On DLive? That's Hendrik! Hey, keep me down. Hendrik with the diamond, with a host, Waffle Scratch with a diamond, and the H-Man with a Ninja Genie. Let's fucking go! Hey, thank you, man. What are you doing over there? I mean, thank you. Why don't you keep it for yourself and join the hero board? Keep on trying. Look at me. I'm down the bottom of the hero board. But I appreciate that. But shout out to Shendrick Rose. Shout out to Hendrik. Shouts out in the chat. Come on over to Kick though, Hendrik. I know you already are. Oh, that's lovely. What was that noise? I don't know. Block trade secures victory against Justin's son. Now this is quite dated. It's from March 30. So we are now in August. I haven't had a chance to get around to this, so steal Steamy, return Steamy. By now, I'm sure most people have heard the lawsuit versus Steemit Inc., aka Justin's son, was concluded recently. I didn't know that. You can read some of the case history here, specifically blah, 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 blah. The final publicly available document that discloses the final settlement. Pursuant to paragraph 3 of the court's March 3, Bittrex hereby notifies the court and the parties that Bittrex has disbursed the disputed funds consisting of 8.7 mil Steam and 294.207 SBD to the plaintiffs. Hendrik, it was because of the hero board I felt the need to share. Well, thank you, man. Thank you, dude. Redox, distrusting Justin's son is anti-Asian racism. Wow, that's a step. Nobody mentioned his race. He's a shady character, but it's got nothing to do with his race, dude. But you go there if you want. This means everyone named in the lawsuit, specifically or by proxy, was returned their... You know what this is? That's right. Do you remember we read about this? When... What was it? Justin Sun launched... Steam it. Under an alias. And they had a pre-mine. Remember we read about it? There was a pre-mine. And before it actually went live on chain, somehow, allegedly, well now provenly, Justin Sun had scooped off a whole bunch of tokens for himself. And they referred to it, do you remember they referred to it as the Ninja Mine? Which is very interesting considering all the Ninja Genie tie-in on DLive. Ninja Mine, the Ninja Mine Steam It tokens which Justin Sun stole. Well, this story is telling us that he had to give them all back. Wow, man. This runs deep. The law runs deep. He's always been a no-good scammer. So this means everyone named in the lawsuit, specifically or by proxy, was returned their Steam. Any user who was not part of... Who's following me on... Are you serious? Redco just followed me on DLive? Jeez. What are you doing over there on DLive, Redco? Did you unfollow me? Is that what I'm seeing? You unfollowed me on DLive? Fine. By the way, I'm still banned from the Discord, so until that I get that ban lifted off Discord from DLive, I'm not too impressed. So this means... Let me read this again. This means everyone named in the lawsuit, specifically or by proxy, was returned their Steam. Any user who was not part of the case had their Steam sent to Justin Sun a while ago by Bittrex. Unfortunately, this means Justin Sun managed to get around 15 mil Steamy for himself. Jeez. The case spanned around 3 years and would never be possible without Blocktrade's effort and resources. Damn. Steam was over 24 cents on May 20th when the hard fork stole 20... That's right, there was a forking and they stole 23.6 mil. Wow. Now Steam, it's a token used on the Steam at blockchain, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. All right, well, here's another story on old mate Justin Sun. Justin Sun, this is from Decrypt. Justin Sun calls 56 million token transfer to Binance. I just want to tell you how it feels. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. I've closed off DLive. No, I haven't closed it off. I just can't see it. All right, I'll open it back up again. Who keeps doing this? Who's doing this on DLive? I'm bringing it back over. What's going on DLive? Who's doing this? Bringing it back over. I'm over. It's Hendrik. Hendrik? Hello CC just followed. Helen Streamer just followed. Come on over to kick all of these followers on DLive. Oh, I've got less than 5 viewers still. I mean, I appreciate it, but, you know, it's a kick stream. So, yeah, Justin Sun calls 56 million token transfer to Binance an oversight and requests a full refund. Whoopsie! I just hit send on a $56 million transfer and I didn't mean it. Uh-oh. CZ, who's doing that on DLive? He flagged us. I'm having a hard time here. The $56 million token transfer to Binance, suggesting that the Tron founder would use it to farm a soon-to-be-launched token. Ooh, sneaky little devil. The founder of Tron, Justin Sun, has apologized to Binance CEO Changpeng CZ Zhao after the latter warned followers that Sun could be using Binance's launch pool platform to farm giant amounts of a new blockchain token called Sui. Is Justin Sun the dude that did the Luna rug pull? Not that I know of. Luna? No, I don't believe so. CZ took to Twitter this morning after the news broke that Sun had transferred 56 mil to the... You don't just transfer 56 mil and think nobody's going to notice it, right? 56 mil? So he warned everyone that Binance would take action against it if Sun then used the funds to acquire SU token on Launchpool. Whale alert, 56 TUSD. Jesus, transferred from Justin Sun to Binance. What? CZ went on to explain that Binance's Launchpool platform is intended for retail users, individual investors, as opposed to institutions, and not just for a few whales. I've never used Launchpool. I don't really look at the Binance Smart Chain, and I don't touch Tron anymore either. 56 mil, that's a stick of pot. Wow! Who keeps doing that? Launchpool lets Binance users farm new project tokens and acquire rewards by staking tokens like BNB and dollar peg stablecoins TrueUSD. Sun replied to CZ 20 minutes later with an apology, explaining the transfer was due to an oversight. Whoopsie. He also... So did he want it to send... Did he say it was going to be sent back? He shifted responsibility for the transfer onto team members. It wasn't me. Someone else did it. CZ's yet to tweet an update. A Tron spokesperson told Decrypt that the 56 million has been refunded. Man, dude. So he got caught. He got caught trying to farm this new token with a 56 mil liquidity. And CZ went, I'm not having any of that shit, dude. Get that out. And they gave it back to him. Justin Sun! What's this next video? This is from a channel called Randy Hilarski. My take on the STEEM Justin Sun Ninja Mine Hive debacle. This is from 2 years ago. Let's take a look.
Now, before we go into the article, I think I should explain a couple things, how STEEM works. STEEM is a delegated proof of stake system. The founder, the coder was Dan Larimer. He was the founder of BitShares, and then after BitShares, he met Ned Scott. Ned Scott was the CEO of STEEM Inc., a corporation, right? Let's set this up here. Let's set up the story. STEEM Inc. was a corporation that...
Justin Sun, just too late. Ooh, I feel I know what you were trying to do there, Hendrik, but I don't think you quite got there. Nice attempt, though. Nice attempt.
Ned Scott and Dan Larimer were part of. And I think Ned was the CEO. I'm guessing that Dan was the CTO, something like that. So, in their base.
All my homies love Steam. While we're here, let's just take a little look at CoinMarketCap. What is Steam trading at these days? Steam, I guess it's STEEM. Yes, it is. So if my eyesight's correct, 18 cents. That's the daily chart, I guess. What about monthly? Okay, why did it have a peak there? Oh, that's yearly. What? That's all time. So it peaked out there at 26 cents. I'm just talking about Steam, the gaming platform, not the crypto. But isn't this crypto used on that platform? Let's find out. Hey, Redco, how you doing, man? How you going? What is Steam? Steam is a community-focused blockchain that creates instant earning opportunity for the network users. Protocol is designed to provide an earning opportunity for customers based on the value to the network, designed to provide users with a platform they can curate, blah, 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 blah. The protocol is publicly available, individualized blockchain, da, 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 da. Steam, it was the first app that was built on the Steam blockchain, launched July. And I remember this. I got on Steam for a little while. The protocol aims to provide value for the community of users in the following ways. Okay, so what you're saying is the Steam gaming platform uses the Steam token, is what I'm understanding. I mean, that chart's not that bad. I guess all this crap down here is people just losing faith in Justin's son. Thanks for the stream. No worries, Redco. Appreciate the tabs. I think some of them were from you.
In the US. They launched, and there was something called a ninja mine. A ninja mine was something that happened a lot in the old days of crypto, where when a blockchain was started, they didn't open it to the public right away, so that they got a bunch of the coins right in the beginning.
Okay, I never knew that. I was not aware that a ninja mine was typical or not exclusive to this case. I thought this was... Hey, Hexy Mofo Pre-Mine. How you doing, man? How you going, dude? In this uncertain time, I've already talked a little about Richard Hart and the SEC, but I'm gonna save it for tomorrow. While I haven't slept and I've been working and I'm a little bit. So I want to talk about.
I just want to tell you how it feels.
I just want to tell you how it feels. I love that you're in here because I know you, man. Oh, I think I know you, and I reckon you did what I did and bought that dip. Oh yes, oh yes. And I was just looking at the portfolio before, and man, everything's back up, right? Like the dip lasted about 24 hours, maybe 36, and now it's like Pulse X is up 77%, and Hex is only up 3%, but that's on the day. Where's Pulse Chain? Pulse Chain's down the bottom? That's not good. I'm used to that though. Pulse Chain, well, okay, so it's down 0.7%, but on the day it was up as well. The dip was juicy. Dude, okay, we'll get back to this. We'll get back to this Randy Hilarski video. What a great name, by the way, Randy Hilarski. He's a Hexagon. Randy Hilarski, this guy, he's a Hexagon, right? He's definitely a Hexagon. I bought 40 T-shares, both chains and stakes in 2026. Also bought some Pulse. Yes. Okay. Yes, Redco. Yeah. I've seen it. I've heard his name on probably on Matty Allen's 48-hour Pulse Chain launch stream, I think. So the dip was so juicy when it was in full swing dippage. I was like, okay, can I do something? Can I buy some? I don't have any spare money. Okay, well, I could probably swap this from this and that to that. And I got some dry powder, as they say. And then I went to Portal X. Well, I first of all bought the Ethereum. Still got to do that shit. Bought the Ethereum, got it in Metamask, went to Portal X, went to swap the Ethereum to Pulse. All of it. I was like, I'm putting it all on Pulse. Because I originally sacrificed more. Wait. Yeah. I sacrificed more for Pulse X than I did for Pulse. And so I've been trying to build up my bag of Pulse till it's equal to my Pulse X bag. Because I like numbers and I want them to be equal or close to it. Of course, Portal X was like, that trade is not available. That trading route is not, it's cancelled. I went on and I posted a pretty scathing tweet to powercity.io and I was like, why would you not allow trading of Pulse during this tasty dip? I want to dip my chips and enjoy the dip. I want to get in there. And then I realized that it's the Uniswap back end and that's just the front end, and I was like, okay, so I got that wrong. No surprises there that I got something wrong in crypto. It wasn't PowerCity.io doing it. It was the Uniswaps that had been like, yank that shit off our exchange. You can't use that here. And change now, they all took it off. So I let it go and I went to bed. And when I woke up, and this might blow people away. When I woke up about 7 hours later, I was going to say MoonPay. I had Portal X open and it still had my trade on it. And I hit refresh and it went through the searching the networks and it ticked. And I went, boom, swap. And I swapped it and it worked. It all went through. Like, almost like usual. So then I was like, oh, okay. Then I thought, well, maybe I should do... Because the dip was so low, I was like, all right, now my pulse is the same as my Pulse X. Swish. Thanks for this big dip. Now I'm equal. Cool. Great. Then I thought, well, maybe I'll buy a little more Pulse X. So I went in and tried to do it again. Pulse X was not working. Pulse X was like, nah, can't do it. So what? So you can swap from ETH to Pulse, but you can't swap cross-chain from ETH to Pulse X? It's like, that's weird. It's like, well, I don't really mind because I got through. Like, I got in and somehow, whatever the routing that, I want to say MoonPay, whatever the routing that Portal X did, it got through. It got me there eventually for Pulse, not for Pulse X. So I'm stoked, right? So what I'm saying is the time when the sacrifice, sorry, I'm so slow here. I'm so tired and out of sorts. But when the sacrifice for Pulse happened, yeah, Pulse was first, then Pulse X. I only sacrificed 20. Wait for it. 20 XRP. Not even $20. I just sacrificed 20. No, that's not right. That's not right at all. You had to leave. I wanted to get rid of my XRP bag. A small bag, like a tote bag, if you like. Half a tote bag of XRP. And I was ready to get rid of it all. And then I found out that you've got to leave 20. Now it's 10, but at that point it was 20. You've got to leave 20 in your wallet. And I was like, I don't want to leave any in my wallet. If I want to take money out of my wallet, I don't want to leave any in. That's a bad analogy, but you know what I'm saying. Anyway, I had to leave. Anyway, I sacrificed such a small amount because my finances were different at that time. Pulse X came around and I was like, no, I'm good now. So I went in hardcore. So now, blah, 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 blah. I'm talking a lot of crap, but basically, thanks for the dip because now my bags are equal. XRP is now at 80 cents. Right. And I'm talking less than 100 XRP. So what do you use instead of Uniswap? So we use Portal X. Well, I did anyway. You don't need Portal X. You can use 1inch outside USA. Ah, okay. I avoid ETH like the plague. Dale's going to be here soon. Randy is a Hexagon expat from Panama. Okay. Also bought some Pulse. Yep, cool. You can use a different front end to Uniswap like ethhex.com. That's not cross-chain transfers though, right? So what I wanted to do specifically was take my ETH on Ethereum, get it into Pulse or Pulse X. So can you do that on ethhex.com? I don't think it's cross-chain, is it? Oh, wow, yeah. And then once it went through, this was yesterday, not today, but then when it went through, I went to work and then I'm on my break 5.5, 6 hours later and I'm rolling through Twitter. Did I say rolling? I really need sleep, hey. I'm looking at you, bed. I need sleep. I'm so tired. I'm rolling through Twitter, or X as it's called now. That's hard enough to remember. I'm scrolling through all the X's. Really? They're not going to be called tweets anymore, are they? They're going to be called X's. I'm scrolling through all Twitter X's and I see whatever dips over pumping. Everyone's happy, and I'm like, what? And I go back to my portfolio and I see the dip. It's back up. The green candles everywhere, and I'm like, either Joker streamed, and the green candle. Either Joker did a stream and cranked the green candles up, or something else happened. But either way, I'm stoked I got him when I did. I don't know if Portal X is matching up to ethhex.com. Oh, okay. It's going to be tweets for you always. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I'm stoked. And, Heximofo, just for your satisfaction, just because, you know, Justin's son can wait. My take on it is, and I will do a stream on this tomorrow when I'm in a better state of mind, but my take on it is the SEC sewerage, that's what I'm calling the suing. I'm calling it sewerage. The SEC sewerage makes no difference to us hexicans. Because quite frankly, Richard Hart doesn't mean anything to me on a personal level. I don't know the guy. Doesn't mean anything to me. As he said many, many times, the code is the code. Period. It's there. It's done. So, do you need someone at the front going, I made that, I made that, I made that? No, he's already made it. It's immutable. It's in place. We're using it. So, realistically, he could disappear for 6 months like he did, and it wouldn't make a difference. It still exists, right? It still does its thing. He doesn't have to be here. He hasn't been here anyway, so it's no difference, really. I mean, fair enough, if he cops a hefty fine, that's not going to be good. No one wants to see someone, whatever, get a fine for something that they didn't really do. I mean, yeah, you'd feel for him on a personal level, and I'm sure his personal friends would then rally to him to make him feel better. But for the sake of the chain and what he's created, it's there, it's immutable, it functions. Doesn't need a front man. Code lives on, decentralized. Wow. Tell that to the Uniswap guys. Shit. Their code can be tweaked and changed whenever they damn well please. Oh shit, Redox. Being vaxxed is the easiest sign of mind control. Really, Redox? Are you boozing? Are you gonna go? We're talking about cryptocurrency and you're including the vaccination in that conversation? Shit. The SEC will lose. I mean, dude, at that point, is that going to be good or bad? If one party wins and one party loses, whichever party that is, what's that going to do for price? We know this buy the rumor, sell the news, or buy the news, sell the rumor, or buy the crap, do the thing. We know that shit happens when shit happens. That's my phrase. We saw that happening. As soon as this got announced, everything went down. So if there's a win from Richie, does that reverse it back up? We'll see. Hex exclamation equals BTT? Not really. Yo, Grimsky! Hey, I remember I said you can do it and just figured out how to do it again. I remember I said you can do it. You can do it. I remember you talked about something. I can't remember what that was. Dalesky, I'm here now. Sorry, I was busy. That's okay, Dale. We're talking crypto. That's why Hex is scary for the SEC. No officers, no control. True. Decentralized. Hexy, Uniswap could not cut off ETH Hex as an alternate front end to the Uniswap liquidity. I mean, the liquidity pools is what was the concerning factor for everybody, right? So they can turn off their front end, but they can't actually stop. Hey. I gotta take this. Hello? I'm live. It's the Joker. Yeah, did you do a stream and like do your green candle crap thing? You did? Ah, it worked, eh? Oh, okay, yeah, we should, yeah. He did his green candle stream, and that's why we're pumping. Nah, well done, man. Nah, you're a good guy, hey. You always had our back. Oh, nah, it's all good, man. Yeah, let's all get together and make love! Get him out of there. It wasn't a phone call, I was being stupid. CBDCs will eventually ensure you must be vaxxed and do whatever the government wants. Okay, I'm not going to touch that. That's a stretch, but... Governments seldom lose. Okay. Oh, links! Grimsky's talking about links. Yeah, true. Point me in the cage. They can only control the front end, but anyone can create a front end to make the connection. Exactly. Yeah. So, in the end, the dip was short-lived, and I got in on it, and I got lucky. Portal X let me do that trade, and I'm happy. I pity the fool who sold out when that dip was happening, because, wow. Some of the whales sold out, like, to the tune of billions, right? Use swap.hedron.pro front end for Uniswap. Yeah, okay. Go to community, then chat settings, you can turn it on. Much love, back to my stream. Okay, I'm going to do that right now, because this is something that we were trying to work out a while ago. I'll need to watch the replay to get up to speed. Yeah, Dale, we started off talking about... well, I gave my take on Richard Schuler and the SEC's sewage. That's not funny, right? But it is funny for me. For some reason. For some reason, the word sewage is funny. It's not funny at all. But if you haven't slept, it is funny. So we looked at that. And then we looked at some Justin Sun stories, which we're still going to get back to. It is sewage. Yeah, well, that's the term, right? Like, SEC is suing Richard Hart, so therefore the sewage, the act of suing is sewage. Well, shit. Where is my mind? Excuse me one second. What's going on here? What am I doing? Where am I? Jesus! That scared the shit out of me. Fucking hell. That scared the absolute shit out of me, Dale. Oh my god. It's so, like, clean and close to my ears, which is on my brain, and it just was, the pop of it was just so frightening. But cheers. I'm probably gonna finish this, I guess.
Fucking love you, bitch.
Fucking love you too, bitch. Where was it? What was I doing? Where was I? Hold on a second. Let me do this. I'm looking for. What are we doing? I mean, we're over here. Are we gonna get back to this? Oh no, we were looking at what how to put chat links. How to put chat links in the... That's what I was doing. I was dragging this over. My bad. Sorry, dudes. I was dragging this over because Grimsky says you can allow links in your in your Kick chat by going to community, then chat settings. It's new. Allow viewers to post links in the chat. And there you have it, folks. Now you can link up crap. If you've got things to crap up link, you can do that. And I will get back to Justin Sun with Randy Hilasky. Play.
That's called a ninja mine. So Steem It Inc. got a bunch of coins, and then they launched the ICO and sold coins to the public, and they did they launched Steem It, where we were allowed to earn coins. So, you know, people were pissed about the ninja mine from the beginning. It was always a sore subject among the Steem community. I never cared. You know, Steem It Inc., it was their business, it was their company, they owned the coins. They never really abused them. They kind of just sat
Wait,
there.
wait. This is a D-Live stream. This is a D-Live stream, folks. Look.
I wrote this script.
Thank you, Hendrik. Up here, you can see viewers watching and lemon donations. Yeah, right. Yeah, this is pre-mining the Ninja Mine. Yeah, for sure. But
so it was never my. I'm an anarcho-capitalist, right? So I just sit back.
How come? Sorry. How come I've never crossed paths with this guy if he was on D-Live? I've never seen his D-Live profile. Back in the day, on the golden era.
As long as people don't harm me, I'm not gonna get pissed off. I'm not gonna get involved. I'm more, a Switzerland type of person. So even during this whole STEAM TRON debacle, I never really expressed my opinion much, except on Facebook a couple times. I said a couple things, and I actually lost.
Okay, boomer. What's Facebook? I think there's alcohol in this Tennessee Fire. I might get a homebrew. I'll tell you what. Can I get a homebrew and some chips? I'm eating on stream. Can I drink beer and eat chips on stream while we watch Randy Halasky? He was in during the time Hexicans found you on D-Live. Didn't get me that time, Dale. I'm gonna get a brew though. Yeah, okay. I've only heard of this name post D-Live. Hey, Comptech's in the house. How you doing, Comptech? Good to see you, man. Cryptocurrency stream. It's been a while. I thought about you the other day, actually, because I was remembering when I was thinking about doing this Justin Sun stream, I was remembering we did a little bit of liquidity farming on some of the Tron farm pools, and I forgot where they are. But I put such a small amount in, I don't really care about it, but yeah. But I'm going to go and grab a brew and some chips, and we'll come back in, and I'm keen to see what Randy has to say on D-Live about Justin Sun. So I'll be right back. You might want to go and grab a beverage as well, or go to the bathroom, do whatever it needs, whatever you need to do to enjoy. You do you, and I'm going to do me. All right, got myself sweet chili and sour cream. They're the chips. Yeah, they're all right. I've not had these before. You want to hear the texture? Hold on a sec. I can't kill that background music. They're not Aldi chips, no. Not Aldi. Also got a homebrew, but I still got a smidgen of that left. I'll just knock that back. I made this beer, and now I'm gonna drink it. By the way, I'm not working tomorrow, so I'm having a beer on a Friday night. Just the one. Not smashing anything, Hendrik. We want a responsible service of alcohol here in the Gives a Minute studios. Randy, where have you been? Dale, oh, by the way, I have a bit of news. Not sure how to say it, though. Let me ponder a moment. Okay. Ponder away.
Somebody that, you know, he's a pseudo friend now, but I had to block his ass on Facebook because he was being a dick. So, you know, hey, that's life. But it really sucked because, you know, we were on the STEAM team and we helped this thing grow. I made my video with Jeff Berwick of the Dollar Vigilante in, I think it was January 2017. So it would have been like January 2017. And I predicted that Steam was going to turn around and the price was going to rocket. At the time, I think it was like 7 cents. And it sure did. It went all the way up to like $3.50 by the end of 2017. And a lot of people...
$3.50? Was that what it peaked at? Jesus. So you could get it for like pennies and then it was up to $3.50. That's huge.
We got very wealthy because of Steam. So let's, you know, I had a lot of feelings about Steam and the community and the people. They're like family to us. So when it fell apart, it really hurt our feelings. But this is my first time really coming out and talking about it. But I'm going to read the article and I'm going to add some tidbits to it while I'm reading it, my opinion, and hope you guys help you understand. I think this should be made into a movie. I think it's the most interesting thing that has happened in crypto in the last year, probably maybe in the last 2 years. The other big one was the Bitcoin Cash fork in 2017 of Bitcoin. I thought that was also a big drama that easily can be made into a movie. But
by the way, is the chip crunching too distracting? Can you hear the crunching of the chip over Randy? The chips are shit anyway. I don't have to eat them. I'll just have a couple more, then I'll put them away anyway.
But this is the one that I was actually part of. All right. So, Steam vs. Tron, the rebellion against a cryptocurrency empire by Tim Copeland. Tron founder Justin Sun bought Steemit to expand his realm. But the ferocious backlash started an epic cryptocurrency war. Damn, can you imagine that opening?
Now, is this before Justin Sun was affiliated with DLive? Because I don't think he could have done this stream on DLive if Justin Sun was part of it, right?
Sequence in a movie? I can. All right. One spring day 4 years ago, Dan Notestein, a self-made millionaire and coder, padded down the wooden stairs to the basement of his ranch home in Blacksburg, Virginia. He sat down across from 3 other devs who were working on a startup called Steemit. Notestein, who was a contract worker on the project, settled in for what he figured would be just another day. It turned out to be anything but. The devs were building what had been built by its co-founders CEO Ned Scott and CTO Dan Larimer as a new kind of social media platform.
Now we actually read this article ourselves on the stream. Hendrik, Steam to Lino to Tron, that fucker was part of it all along. That's what I always suspected. I always suspected that. Well, not always, but ultimately that was my conclusion.
Steemit was intended to be the first social network to reward its users with cryptocurrency when they upvoted a post. The big idea was that posting, great posting, smart posting, honest posting was super valuable content to a community, hence STEAM, which stood for Esteemed Author. It's a picture of Notestein's basement. Specifically, the men in Notestein's semi-finished basement were putting the final touches on a blockchain called STEAM, and its tokens also called STEAM, that would in turn gamify Steemit and create one big virtuous circle. The blockchain was supposed to launch in a week at the end of March. Today was only March 23rd, 2016. Imagine then the crazy wild surprise that swept through Notestein's basement when one developer saw that the blockchain had already gone live.
Wow. the devs rock up and they look at it and they go, dude, it's already live. It's not even on testnet. It's live. It's on mainnet. Who did that? Who did that? Come over here and tell me.
The mainnet was up and running. The Genesis block had been verified. They were all angry about it, and it showed in different ways. One of the guys was so upset, I was concerned he was going to cry, Notestein later recalled. A week later, Notestein realized that Scott and Larimer had used the surprise launch to give themselves a head start to mine 80% of the supply of Steam tokens. This is the Ninja Mine.
Fucking shady shit. Absolute shady, sketchy, lousy.
Typically, when a blockchain like this launches, everyone knows the launch date in advance, which levels the playing field and can ensure that the tokens are evenly distributed among investors. But
yeah, right. Never trust anything crypto. Well, I don't think it'd extend that far, Hendrik. That's like saying, well, that guy stole money from my sock under my bed. Never trust any cash. It's not quite like that, but you know where I'm going. A scammy launch, totally Hexy. Totally. Justin's son. I know I said I'd stop eating. I'm gonna stop eating these chips. They're not that good.
that did not happen here. The pile of tokens would become known as the Ninja Mine Stake on account of the fact that it was mined covertly. It would become the Chekhov's gun in the story of STEEM, foreshadowing a problem that would years later all but obliterate one of the most interesting and vital communities ever built on a blockchain. The stake would pit the TRON Foundation CEO Justin.
Never trust that sock under your bed. That's why you keep your cash in it, because no one's gonna put their hand into a sock that's under a bed, especially a stiff sock. Shit. Who the fuck is Shitomoto Nagashiti? Jesus.
Son, the P.T. Barnum of crypto, against an Agri-activated network mob of thousands. Some $5 million would be seized, a lawsuit would be launched, and an anonymous hero would try and fail to save it all. Telling you, great movie, guys.
How's the Dale Bold says me, I'm Satoshi Sakamoto. How's the Aussie guy who claims he's Satoshi Sakamoto? They're like, okay, if you're him, just send a transaction from that wallet that's dormant. Oh, well, I won't be doing that. That would be the only way to prove that it's you. If you've got the access to that wallet, make a transaction. Oh, nah. Shut the fuck up then. It's not you.
Drama with Steem is probably the most important thing happening in crypto now. Ari Paul, CIO of Block Tower Capital. I have no idea who Ari is, but thank you, Ari, for your opinion. At the end of it all, Steem would be driven in two. The Steem Wars also raised
That's it, fake Satoshi, Craig Wright. Yeah, that's the Aussie guy, hey. Hey, Poker Time, how you doing? Hi, Gibbs, looking handsome tonight. Oh, shit, thank you. Little cheers there for you. I'm going to put these chips down, though, because I know it's not great to eat on stream, but no more. I'm watching my weight, you know. I'll drink beer till it finishes, but the chips can wait.
Bring questions about how blockchains should be governed, the role of whales with venal interest, and whether crypto exchanges who trade in the tokens affected have any right to get involved in these sorts of community disputes. This is the story of its Steem and its brutal fight for survival. What happened when this all went down is it really changed my opinion of DPoS. I thought delegated proof of stake could actually work, but once this went down, I had changed to delegated proof of shit because it destroyed my community. A secret sale.
Ooh, Hendrik, aren't we sucking up tonight, AJ? Shouldn't you be live? Poker Time is AJ? Interesting.
And another bad beginning. Despite its awkward birth, Steemit quickly blossomed into a bustling, active community. More than 1 million people joined, with around 4,000 of them posting daily on everything from technical analysis to discussing Steam's most popular game, Splinterlands, Steam Monsters. The blockchain grew in value too, reaching a peak market cap of $1.9 billion. And I was part of it. Splinterlands, I sold all my cards last year. I just tweeted to Agrode because he's doing, they're bringing dice to Splinterlands tomorrow, and I just tweeted him saying congratulations, but I sold all my cards last year. In the Web 3.0 world, where very few consumer-facing projects ever get traction, Steemit was a success story. In late 2019...
Anybody here used Steemit? I was using it for a little while.
Tron Foundation CEO Justin Sun, a young Chinese millionaire and outrageous marketer, best known for paying $4.6 million to dine with billionaire investor Warren Buffett, saw how valuable the burgeoning community would be to Tron, a cryptocurrency platform largely made up of gambling apps. He decided to buy Steemit with the hope of bringing the social network, its cryptocurrency, and community to its Tron blockchain ecosystem.
Wait. So Justin Sun wasn't involved in the Ninja Mine. He bought it after the Ninja Mine. Dale, I used Steemit years ago. Redco says yes. Okay. So am I understanding that correctly? Justin Sun was not involved in the Ninja Mine, but he bought it after the fact.
The move seemed like a clever way to expand his growing crypto empire. That's Justin Sun. Larimer was long gone by this point. Yeah, Dan left before we left. I think the reason why that we stuck around so long is because Dan Larimer liked Annabelle and I. I don't think Ned really liked it.
The Ninja Mine thing was a label others gave it. Yeah, but it happened, and it's not exclusive to Steemit. The Ninja Mine is often, well, it's been done before. Hendrik, I got onto D-Live with Gibbs. Yes, you did. Yeah, you came over here with me. Well, after me, but you were, yeah.
Us very much, but hey, such is life. Larimer was long gone by this point, so Sun made a deal with Scott. He offered just shy of $8 million to buy the company and the Ninja Mine stake.
So Justin Sun saw what had happened and thought, I can cash in on this shit simply by buying it. D-Live!
According to sources with knowledge of the deal, Sun declined to be interviewed for this story, as did Larimer and Scott. Though the number of tokens had dwindled and the stake now represented 30% of the total token supply, it was easily enough to establish a massive voting share in Steem's on-chain governance system. Sun had one condition, however. He said he would only pay 70% up front, with the balance due once the Steem token was transferred to the Tron blockchain. Ooh. His plan was to have the Steem token keep its name but run on the Tron network instead. What happened next was a little like what occurs when Wall Street investors find out about a hostile takeover. When the deal was announced on February 14th, the price of Steem rose to 30 cents, doubling the value of Sun's newly acquired stash of 65 million Steem tokens, the Ninja Mine stake, to 19 million.
Jesus.
It was an early big win for Sun.
Now, at this point, you might argue, and I'm going to come into bat for Justy. He hasn't done anything wrong at this point, right? He saw a good deal and bought it. So old mate Justin Sun, he's in the clear at this point. Some of this was covered in an earlier tab. Yeah, Dale, we read this article ourselves, but we didn't hear Randy Halasky's take on it. But yeah, would that be fair? Would that be fair to say? He hasn't done anything wrong. He bought a company, he acquired the token, and it went up in value. I mean, I think the dude's as shady as they come, but at this point, he's clear. He hasn't done anything wrong. Hendrik, you're talking about early streams? I answered you above, Dale. Poker chips, just in time. Some of this was covered in an earlier tab. Being a shrewd investor is not a crime. Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, so Justin Sun, at this particular point, he's all good. Justy. Hey, Justy boy.
But Steem's community smelled a rat. It is clear that the intention to dissolve STEEM, wrote community member Anthony Davis on Steemit. He argued that the community must revolt to prevent the Ninja Mind stake being used to facilitate a hostile takeover with the express intent to collapse our chain to be assimilated into the TRON blockchain.
Yeah, Hexy, he bought someone else's bad-made control to use for unpopular changes. I think that sums it up. So the way that those Ninja Mind tokens came into existence was sketchy as shit. Justin Sun bought it all and then manipulated it for his own gain. That's when the shit becomes you're lousy. Yeah, okay. I'm glad we're seeing it clearly here. Hostile takeovers happen all the time. Yeah, I saw where did I see that term first? I watched the BlackBerry movie. Anybody seen the film on the BlackBerry? Hostile takeover comes up there as well.
Okay, let's stop right there.
Uh-oh, Randy.
This is not Minority Report, all right? This is my problem with the whole deal, and this is where I lost friends. If you remember in the movie Minority Report, they were putting people in prison for making decisions or committing crimes in the future. The machine would pop out a little ball from the three people that were in the pool, and they would tell you, oh, this person's going to commit a crime in 35 minutes at this location. Well, in the world I live in, you are innocent until proven guilty. We do not know what was going to happen with that Ninja Mind stake. What the witnesses did, in my mind, was a criminal act. They chose to block Justin Sun's 65 million coins and not give him the ability to use them.
So the witnesses are the validators of the chain, I guess.
Like, they were the ones who were protecting the STEEM blockchain. Now, looking back, I wonder if they would have not done it. They could have still gone and done Hive. They could have still gone and started their new blockchain, and they didn't have to deal with Justin. They could have forked it that day and gone a different route. They didn't ask the community, delegated proof of stake. These group of people made a decision without our input, and they went and they forked the chain and they started a Hive, which I have no problem with. That was a great move by them. But they made a decision on that day to block Justin Sun's coins.
I don't know. I don't agree that that's the right move. I think I'm siding with Randy here.
Perfectly legal deal that he made with Ned Scott, the owner of Steemit Inc.
Yeah.
And
like, I have not seen this before. I've not watched this before, but I could see. My take was that he hasn't done anything wrong yet, and so therefore let it roll. But if then the validators blocked those tokens, then you've got the actions of a centralized exchange, essentially. This dude has an interesting take. I mean, yeah.
CEO of Steemit Inc. Perfectly legal deal. And they went and they blocked it. Let's read on. See what happened after that.
Huh.
Steemians were irked that the social network had been sold in secret. They were worried that Sun now had a huge supply of Steem tokens and were furious that he wanted to rip their token out and stick it on his own blockchain. Boo-hoo.
Well, why was Justin Sun so keen to move Steemit across to Tron? Like, was it not working on the Steemit chain? I don't get that bit. Like, I get him acquiring something for a financial gain, but then porting it across to Tron for what? I guess, is that where he wants to make the bulk of the coin by transferring everything to the Tron ecosystem? Or is it control, Hendrik? Dale. He wanted to move more eyes onto Tron. Okay. Again, at that point, nothing really wrong with that, right? I mean, isn't there talk right now in the Hexagon community of bringing Pulse back to Ethereum? I mean, that's been spoken of. I'm just saying, right? Like, to pump Tron, yeah. Is it wrong to do that, though? Or is it just, like, smart business? I don't know.
This is business, folks. This is how business is done.
Hendrik, most crypto is above my head. Should I just go live again? You want to go live? I'll host you when I finish.
Looking back, would you have done anything different? For anybody who, or any of the witnesses who made a decision on my behalf without asking me? There's only one guy out there, one of the witnesses that stood up. It was STEEM Brothers and Exile, my friend Exile. He stood up and said, what you guys are doing is wrong.
Love you, bitch.
Fucking love you, bitch. Dale, Ben asking great questions. Let's see who you'll piss off this time. That's true. Someone's going to get upset with me, hey? I'm kind of defending Justin Sun right now because I don't think he's done anything extremely wrong. But we'll see.
And then the rest of the people, they went ahead, said, yes, let's block this business deal from happening. And that's how we went down this dark road that we're about to see.
Uh-oh.
In particular, STEEM is governed by elected witnesses. My witness failed me. Who are voted in with STEEM tokens via its blockchain-based governance system. The top 20 witnesses with the most votes oversee the blockchain and keep things running smoothly. They felt especially proprietary about the platform, like they owned it.
So is this proof of work or proof of stake? The witnesses, what are they putting up? They've just been voted in, but what have they done to become votable? Do they have the hardware, or are they staking in X amount of STEEM tokens? Well, how do they become witnesses?
It was theirs, and they wanted to keep it that way. It wasn't theirs. It was the community's. You were just voted.
Yeah, delegation vote. So they just got voted in. So they didn't have anything more than anybody else except the vote of the community.
So they orchestrated a secret plan and made a massive first strike. The STEEM rebellion begins. Imagine being Justin Sun and suddenly finding out that your 63 million tokens worth 13 million at the time had been frozen. That's what happened on February 23rd. The STEEM community had quietly passed an upgrade that not only stopped Sun from voting with all of his coins, it prevented him from accessing them at all.
Oh, shit.
Excuse me. Private business deal, corporation being sold, assets being sold, and a group of people decide that, you're not allowed. We're not selling this. We're not allowing this to happen.
Yeah, I'm siding with Randy here. These witnesses, they're acting out here. This is wrong. This is where it gets ugly. Bad move. Yeah.
We're blocking your coins. That's exactly what happened.
More B will fix that.
Here's the STEEM. These are the STEEM witnesses. Oh no, these are Justin Sun's accounts that were frozen. These were the ones that carried all the 63 million coins. In the STEEM, we call them coins, not tokens. Specifically, the witnesses were able to unilaterally lock out Sun after a simple majority vote passed 19-1. That one is my hero, Exile, and the Block Brothers. They stood up and said, what you guys are doing is wrong. They had orchestrated the plan in a private Slack group, ran a software upgrade on the blockchain, and froze the TRON Foundation CEO's funds. It was like shooting first and then talking with them, one STEEM community member recently complained to Decrypt. The person who was actually a Sun supporter asked that his real name be withheld because he had received death threats. In public, at least, Sun appeared to take the coup in stride. He pecked out a letter to STEAM's community the next day, asking the top witnesses to join a group call on March 6th with the intention of sorting it out. I'm not going to read Justin's post. I don't really care. He's an asshole too, in my opinion, the way he handled this.
Dude, I got Randy Hulaski and I exactly the same right now. Justin Sun's an asshole. He's shady as fuck. At this point, though, he hasn't done anything really majorly wrong. the Steemit community has fucked him over. I love how this is going. I love his take.
I feel it's important to show you guys I am here and ready to begin building with you, Sun wrote amiably. I am hoping to hear from many Steem witnesses' voices to learn and understand how they think we can grow Steem together and how Steemit Inc.
Not now, Gloria. We're busy. Gloria
can communicate with the witnesses on a regular basis. Behind the scenes, however, Sun was working on a more cunning scheme. He had decided on a daring move that, if it succeeded, would seize control of the blockchain and rescue his riches. The Empire Strikes Back. The TRON CEO started lining up allies at some of Asia's biggest crypto exchanges. The exchanges held huge supplies of Steem coins on behalf of their traders, which Sun would need to reclaim the blockchain. He could use these cryptocurrency coins to vote for his own witnesses instead of the community-run ones. He reached out to Huobi's operations team via WeChat.
So he went out on a publicity campaign.
According to Huobi Vice President Sierra Sun, along with crypto exchanges Binance and his own exchange Poloniex, Sierra Sun said he warned Huobi that the network was under attack, that funds had been frozen, and there was a backdoor in the code that let the attackers freeze anyone's funds.
Do you know what? Just thinking. Oh, dude, I was gonna say just thinking about this. Just thinking about this. How was that backdoor not identified earlier? Like, was this not audited? This code? How did they allow a backdoor majority vote to be able to freeze certain assets inside the code? Because that's a red flag, right? Like, he went to the exchanges, of two of which he owns himself. Poloniex, that's a shitty exchange. Hey, that's Justin Sun's one. What you thinking about? We are thinking. What do you think about?
So he lied. He lied to get what he wanted. He's wrong too.
Didn't I put that in the shop as well? What do you think about? I think I did. Check the shop out, Hendrik. I think it's in there. The backdoor was built on purpose, just the voting system. So the backdoor was already part of the code. It already existed. Interesting.
You know, you get slapped, you slap back. Make decisions that aren't right under duress, in my opinion. Sun asked Huobi to use its Steem tokens to take over the network so he could pass a crucial upgrade to keep it safe. Sierra said that he didn't mention that the...
Hey, dudes, I got to take a slash, but I don't want to stop listening. So I got a long enough cable. I'm going into the bathroom. I'm going to continue playing it. You can look at the back of my chair while I slash, and we can continue with Randy, because I don't want to miss anything here.
Funds involved were his own.
Oh, but you're going to hear me peeing on the mic.
There was, however, one tricky aspect.
That's going to be weird.
Steem tokens must be turned into Steem power to vote for witnesses. A process that takes seconds to do and 13 weeks to unwind. As a result, the exchanges wouldn't get their tokens back for months. Sun offered to try to make the redemption process quicker. So what he did is I believe what it was is that he wanted to change the power down time. It's like when you unstake your coins, it was 13 weeks. And he wanted to change the power down time to like 2 days or something like that. I don't know if it ever happened. I haven't powered down any Steem in a while, but I think that's what he wanted to do to fix this. On March 2nd, they carried out the plan. Sun used the exchange's Steem tokens to rig the voting system, take control of the blockchain, and pass an upgrade, freeing his money, putting the full power of the Ninja Mind stake back in his hands. He then lashed out. Steem has successfully defeated the hackers and all funds are super safu. He tweeted, adding Steem Network and Steemit community is SIC. Now stronger than ever. We united and solved the difficulties. They didn't solve shit. That was his tweet.
Comtech. Since the Steemit blockchain was repeased prematurely, there could have been a backdoor for debugging.
Look me a kipper. I'll be back for breakfast.
Well, I gotta fix that, Henrik. I still haven't done it yet. Jesus, that's loud. Smoke me a kipper. I'll be back for breakfast. Right, so there was a chance for the backdoor to be added. Right. Yeah, good point. Dang.
Such actions are against every aspect of the core value of humanity and decentralization and sanctity of private property. The only part I agree, sanctity of private property. That's where this all unraveled. We needed to act immediately to safeguard the STEEM blockchain and ecosystem when we still had the chance, he added. But he remains somewhat optimistic, posting on Steam that this will be nothing but an exciting future. Yeah, right. Anger, fury, and retribution. Later that same day in Baja, Mexico, STEAM community member Dan Hensley, an energetic 6'3" millionaire with a slicked black dark hair, woke up in his seafront house and saw the news on his phone. Hensley was not a witness, but owned millions of STEAM tokens and was hugely influential in the community. He was shocked to see Sun had taken control of the blockchain and thought, this is crazy. This is illegal. What is Sun doing?
That's what they did, though, basically. Comtech, it makes sense to have ways to test the blockchain before going live, then remove the test points before going live. Yeah. That's what testnet's for, right?
What is Sun doing? He later told Decrypt. What infuriated him was that his own tokens were being used against him. His tokens, thought to be held securely on Binance, were being used to vote him out. They ended up using my Steam power, almost 1 million, and locked it up for weeks, he recalled. I would be pissed too, Dan. But I had mine staked. Like a lot, how we use Steam, put in Steam power. Other members of the community were similarly flabbergasted. No one thought in the...
Dale, I still have mixed feelings on all this. You were heavily involved in this. Did you financially lose? What was the loss for you aside from losing the platform?
A million years that this would ever happen, that Binance would lock up its Steam for 13 weeks, said Matt Rosen, co-founder of Steam's most popular app.
No comment.
Splinterlands.
Fair enough.
The next day,
Then if you have no comment, don't say anything. Because you said I still have mixed feelings on all this. And then the next comment is no comment. Jesus. I need attention. Don't give me attention. He needs more. He's cold. I'm also hot. He needs more blankets and he needs less blankets.
Hensley sat down at his desk overlooking the Pacific Ocean and fired up his gaming computer for a Zoom call. The chat with Sun, his representative Roy Liu, and members of the Steam community have been organized to help repair relations among them. You can imagine.
I just want someone to talk to me. Why won't someone talk to me? Stop all talking to me. I'm busy. Got him.
The amount of heat, anger, how pissed off everybody was. I took it in stride. I didn't want to, I wasn't going to get emotional about it. I didn't have millions like Dan did. What happened to Dan was fucked up. It was during this discussion when Lou revealed that contractually, Sun was free to do what he wanted with the Ninja Mine stake. There was nothing in the contract that said otherwise. The community argued he had been misled and the money was for building out Steemit. Sun chimed in. He explained that he saw Steemit as a venture capital investment. Hey,
fair enough.
I agree. He wanted to invest in the project for the long term, grow the value of his tokens, and sell them at a profit. Hey, I agree. He told the
Bullshit Boulevard is really close to the Space Coast. It's fucking real. I love it. Bullshit Boulevard.
Community, I'm not interested in power at all. I just want to make money. Hey, I agree. Hensley appreciated the honesty, but was dismayed by Sun's approach. After all, you can't just buy a community. No, I see it happen all the time in this world.
Justin Sun certainly tried that with DLive. The future of live streaming is decentralized blockchain, peer-to-peer live streaming. How did that go for you? Now the DLive protocol's over. Speaking of DLive, that's YouTube. Git Stanfield. Yo, Git Stanfield. Thanks for subscribing. Hello? We're actually over on kick.com, Git. If you want to come on over, you can smoke me a kipper.
In social media and other places, no one complained when Facebook bought Instagram. Just saying.
Hexy got a great point, which I didn't see. I looked away for a second, but he makes a great point. Their exchange coins should not have been able to be used to vote against.
Must be a kipper. I'll be back for breakfast.
Dude, Hendrik, can you stop using that one? I got to get that shit out of there. That's so loud. And it's just the boom that comes in with as well. Yeah, I agree, Hexy. Yeah. Elon doesn't care about Twitter. He just bought the users. Yeah. Fair.
No one complained when they bought WhatsApp. Just saying.
Just saying.
But you can buy votes. Fighting tooth and nail for our blockchain.
Fucking love you,
While
bitch.
negotiations were underway, Sun and the community
That's
wrestled
more
over the
reasonable.
STEEM blockchain. The aim of the game was to control all the top 20 witnesses. Those with the most votes, because together they have full control over the blockchain. Sun had freed the Ninja Mind stake and was now using it to vote for his 20 witnesses. He worked his ass off to get rid of the old witnesses and bring in new witnesses so that he can get what he wanted done. Another shady move there, Justin.
That's sketch.
In return, Hensley rallied the troops. He marched around his room speaking to community member Acid Yo in his wireless headphones. They concocted a plan to mobilize STEAM whales who had millions of tokens and get them to vote. He got on his computer and sent messages on Twitter, Discord, Steemit, even on the blockchain to anyone sympathetic to the cause. The plan: get everyone voting for a few designated witnesses who are hostile to the Justin Sun TRON takeover. And they did. On March 4th, there was a breakthrough when Splinterlands Rosen, a longtime witness, broke into the top 20. It nearly moved him to tears. Soon, 6 more anti-Sun witnesses broke through. Sorry, my nose. I saw people who hated each other. They banded together. It was like an alien invasion. It was really amazing, Hensley said. Yeah, most of them are assholes. I met a lot of them over the years. Do you like Justin Sun, or you just want to fuck him? Tron CEO, Justin Sun. In a March 5th post on Steemit, Sun offered to vote for other witnesses so he could try to give back control over the blockchain to any community members that were on his side. He outlined 11 conditions for any that wanted his vote, but he was irascible. His questions read like complaints directed at the STEAM witnesses who were defying him. One of his questions: do you like Justin Sun, or you just want to fuck him?
Jesus.
On March 7th, Binance CEO Changpeng Zhao announced that his exchange would start powering down its funds. Should never have powered them up to begin with. Criminal. Weakening Sun's grip on the blockchain. There was a glimpse of hope.
Wow.
Hensley tweeted,
Hexy would have went better by witnesses allowing the Tron change and just forking the chain. Everyone could have had what they wanted. Yeah. Yeah. And Justin would have got what he wanted as well. So, I mean, what parallels can we draw from this with the DLive acquisition? Because the difference here I'm seeing is that Justin Sun is quite vocal with the community, whereas Justin Sun acquired DLive and then we never heard jack shit from the guy, except that he kept saying the future of live streaming is peer-to-peer blockchain-based decentralized live streaming, which is not dlive.tv. That's the protocol, dlive.org. So he bought one thing.
I'm not like some madman.
He is a madman, though. That's the thing. He's a complete madman. Thank you, Comtech. Great timing. Perfect timing, in fact. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to draw the parallels to what we can take from the DLive situation.
I think we're going to pull this off, Steemians. The next day, the community managed to get 10 of their witnesses in the top 20, splitting the vote evenly with Sun. On March 9th, Hensley tweeted, "Update, we lost 2 spots last night. We're down to 8 now. Each day we have hit an all-time high in voting for our number 1 witness, approaching the 94 million Steam power now. No one said this will be easy, but we won't surrender and we're prepared for glory."
Hexy, so what is the current DLive scenario? With peace and love, I don't actually know. I don't care. to be completely, with peace and love. I don't care. It's so far gone now that I don't know. Yeah, once they banned me from the Discord, I'm so far removed from it. I'm a verified partner who has no fucking clue what that site does. No idea about anything. Just out in the dark with peace and love.
During the voting war, Hensley spent $400,000 buying Steam tokens to boost the community's voting power, but each time he did, it would significantly bump the cryptocurrency's price, making it more expensive to buy. On a call, Steem's managing director, Elizabeth Powell, told him that Sun was buying 300,000 Steam tokens, $60,000 worth, a day in response to keep his witnesses at the top. This is absolutely crazy, folks.
He was spending $600,000 a day to keep his witnesses on the top. Dang.
The green ones were the original community ones, but these red ones were Justin Sun's, and most of them were witnesses that we had never heard of before. We called them his sock puppets.
Sock puppets. Hendrik, speaking of sock puppets, Hendrik, what all this says to Gloria and I is that Charles Wayne was all in on it with peace and love. I mean, for sure. He might have had an insight as well. Yeah. I mean, we don't know. Charles Wayne didn't have the sketchy history that Justin Sun has, and Charles Wayne had a approachable manner and a genuine concern for the content creators, whereas Justin Sun didn't give a flying fuck for anybody but himself. Money and power talks. It's good to cash out your coins. Hexy, I'm stoked I got out when I did. Stoked I got out of that. Hell yeah.
On March 15th, Sun voted a newly created witness into the top 20 votes. The Steam witness...
Does Sun still own DLive? No. Well, hold on. Unknown? He may still own it, but the CEO, the CEO in place of Justin Sun is a guy called Bing Deng. But we don't know if Justin Sun sold it or he just relinquished his CEO position. Careful here, speculation. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Most of this is speculation because nobody ever said anything when it all happened, which is the thing that shit me as a partner. When Justin Sun or when Charles Wayne was leaving, we got all the information. We were told things, whereas with Justin Sun we were told nothing. So at one point there was this idea that we were representing a platform, and we knew we could disperse the information out amongst our viewers on our streams, and the information just stopped coming. So we didn't know. People were asking like, who, what, where's Charles? What about community streams? I don't know. When's Tidy gonna stream? I don't know. So there was this big void of information. So yeah, it is speculation though, because we weren't told. But
tweeted that he had been a witness for
and by the way, ultimately, and I just want to leave you with this for clarity, I don't give a fuck anymore. It's at that point now where it's like it's so far gone, I just don't care. In fact, I kind of laugh at it all. It's comical, really. And the fact that I'm live streaming on kick.com when these guys popped up out of nowhere, it's like, oh, you're actually doing all the things that DLive spoke about but never did. And there was a little sort of like a motto going around for a while where Kick was no talk and all action, whereas in my mind DLive was all talk and no action. And that's what I found favorable about Kick. It was just doing shit. Instead of just sort of promising and talking and saying, they actually did shit. And we were all sick of good things are coming, right? Good things are coming. BTF the BitTorrent file system. All of your streams are going to be archived because Justin Sun owns BitTorrent. So once you do a live stream, your VOD will be archived on the BitTorrent file system, and you'll be able to search up when you go to any torrent platform. You'll be able to search up for your stream, and people will be able to watch your streams. They'll be able to download and peer-to-peer share your VODs. So that's why I started naming all of my streams with very applicable names and gave them thumbnails so that they could be searchable, just like on YouTube, right? How many times do you want to put up a video and you've got a great idea and a great thumbnail, but someone's already done it, so the search terms go to that person. So I wanted to get in first with the BitTorrent file system so that all of my archives would be there. You want to learn about, I don't know, like, even the beginning of Hex. Like, you want to learn about Hex stakes. Well, here's a stream where I made a title and a thumbnail, which I thought was going to be archived on the BitTorrent file system. And then all that talk led to nothing. It just never happened. What about all the eyes that were going to come from BitTorrent? There's going to be a logo at the top of BitTorrent on the torrent site for DLive, and they're going to bring in so many viewers to DLive. Absolute waffle. Nothing changed. Just a whole lot of talk. Red code, but they fixed the chest. They did.
And had 11,000 Steemians voting for him, while this new witness had just 29. At the end of the day, it was a stalemate again. But Sun had one final trick up his sleeve. On March 16th, he received a huge supply of 2.6 million Steem tokens, $520,000 worth from Binance. He used them to increase the votes for his top witnesses and take control of the whole network. It was impossible to buy 4 million Steem at that time, said Hensley. That's when we felt like it was a losing blow. But there was another way out.
Hendrik, the chest works 100%. Yeah, that's great when there's 4 people there to claim it. That's awesome. The chest needed to work when the site was pumping. The site is dead. DEA dead. Who cares that the chest works? It's too late, too little. Est ist tot.
Escaping to a new blockchain. On March 20th, Notestein was back in his ranch home, tapping away in his semi-basement. Next to him were 2 developers coding the future of social media. Only this time, they were his own developers, and they weren't building Steem, they were cloning it. The nearly identical blockchain was called Hive, and it would be used to build the social network the community had always wanted. It would be a censorship-free, with embedded cryptocurrency and everything that made them love Steemit. In my opinion, everything that I also hated. But there will be no Ninja Mind stake, no company controlling it, and anyone who voted for Sun's witnesses, largely Steemit's Korean community, will get no tokens. It was a fresh start.
So this is the forking that should have happened earlier. Hive was the fork that should have occurred earlier. Hendrik loves the chest. Now you're a lurker. You love the chest. You and 4 other people.
The Korean community got left out. And unlike...
By the way, I'm bitter. I'm bitter about DLive. You're probably talking to the wrong person. They barred me from the Discord. One of the perks of being a partner is to get access to the Discord to be able to talk with other partners and get help when you need it. They blocked me from that for making a comment about how the site should be better and what we could do to make the site better. They blocked me. So I'm bitter. I'm the wrong person to talk to about DLive.
The surprisingly premature launch of Steem, the developers were on hand to celebrate when the Hive blockchain, which had cost Notestein $500,000 to build, went live as scheduled at 10 a.m. Today, a dedicated centralized community launched the Hive network in a response to a central attack. I have no idea where token prices will go, but I'm so proud of those who put in the work to make this happen, tweeted former Steem witness Luke Stokes. Yeah, he was my witness. Screw you, Luke. When the members of the Korean community saw the code, they realized that many of them had been left out. We had less than 10 million Hive tokens that were distributed to the
Red Co. You need that pineapple pizza update. Jeez.
Korean community, and 4 million tokens erased from users who had voted for at least 2 witnesses from TRON. An anonymous witness who was part of the Korean community later told Decrypt. But the Steem community argued it was a blockchain and they were free to give cryptocurrency out selectively. I totally agree. You could do whatever you want. I got no problem with what they did. You know, forking off and going and starting your own, great idea. Do it. It's the difference between you walk into a bank and you give out $100 bills to half the people there. That's perfectly legal. It's not legal to walk into a bank and take $100 from the other half of the people there, said Andrew Hamilton, a lawyer and community member. There was backlash on Steemit too. The social network largely run by Tron developers now, since most Steemit team members had quit, changed the terms and conditions to forbid mention of any other network. The day after Hive launched, Sun downvoted a single post about Hive by so much that it showed as a $370 downvote. Normally, downvotes come to around $1, hiding it from view. Subsequently, any post about Hive was hidden from the site. The thing is, Justin had no clue of how to run Hive. Sun had no clue how to run Steemit. He didn't know what he was buying. It was pretty much everything Steemit stood for was destroyed overnight.
He didn't know what he was buying, and DLive.
Supposed to be censorship resistant, and the company behind it was actively censoring, said DeMarky Mark, a Steemit stalwart with 25,930 posts to his name. If you go to my feed, it's empty. Everything I've worked for and done over the last 3 years has been erased. That was screwed up.
Wow.
Now that the Hive was built, some of those left behind in the Steem blockchain found themselves in a world of hurt. Hey! While they received new Hive tokens when it was launched, they were still in possession of their old Steem coins. Most community members had already started powering down their tokens, getting a 13th of them back each week and selling them for Hive tokens. But during this process, the remaining funds were still at risk. We were powering down. We had started powering down long before that. So, we're kind of fed up with Steem. It wasn't really going anywhere. So I think that was we were close to our bottom at that.
Dale's got a great point there. I wonder how much of this kind of shit is happening behind the scenes with Kik. Well, without having any knowledge about the back end of Kik, I can say this. It's not crypto-based. It's not blockchain integrated. So none of this stuff is relevant. There is no validators, there's no witnesses, there's no staking, there's no incentive token, there's no governance. And to be honest, all that stuff sucks. I think that should be there. In what would make Kik absolutely incredible is if there was a Kik token, and if it was on a blockchain, and if it was decentralized, and if it was proof of work and proof of stake, a combination thereof. That would make this thing way better, but it's not. And that's one of my frustrations, or one of my, I don't know, frustration is the wrong word. It's more of a concern. It's not, it's like I'm burnt hardcore from DLive and from that experience. Someone needs to come and do DLive better. And Kik just aren't interested in the crypto side of it. So that's Kik. To me, Kik is like Twitch done better. But what could be absolutely incredible is if it was crypto based. Because the future of currency is digital. We all know that. So why isn't there a digital currency and a blockchain to back it here on Kik? I'm going to keep listening. I've got to take another slash, but this beer is beer.
That point with the amount of coins that we had.
Ouch.
So we didn't get a lot on Hive either, but it was okay. We wanted to see both succeed. I don't want to see anything go to zero. I'm crypto agnostic, as I tell people. So I want to see Steem succeed, and I want to see Hive succeed. It's just how I am. On April 4th, the Steem witnesses representing Sun's votes froze 8 accounts holding 3.2 million Steem, including Notesteins. 5 of the witnesses had never made a single post on Steem. This was, okay. This is the one thing, there was too many. I can't say one thing. There was so many things that Justin Sun did that absolutely pissed me off. And this is one of them. My friend Roland, who was one of the witnesses, I think Roland made a very bad decision, but Roland got his coins locked out. When they forked, I mean, the guys, if they wanted to, they get all their money back, right? Because they got the same amount of coins, I believe, as they had on Steem, and the Hive token's actually worth more than what Steem is. So I think they're, as far as money is concerned, they have the same amount that was in their Steem account. So they should be safe. But people like Dan, who had his sitting on an exchange, what can you do? He just had to keep his Steem.
You had your coins on an exchange? Dan! Have you learnt nothing? Hello, Gloria.
But it lit a fire under Hive. In the weeks that followed, Hive grew 3 times bigger than Steem, reaching a market cap of $234 million. That was a false pump. I don't know where that came from. I was even telling people on Twitter, were like, oh, buy Hive. It's going to $1. And it almost did. I think it went to like 90 cents at the time. And they're like, buy Hive. Oh, my God. I'm not stupid, motherfuckers.
I am.
I'm not buying Hive.
I'm stupid. I was trying to give Gloria her glory, and look what I did in the chat. You fucked up.
No way. So I even got called a couple names on Twitter. I wish I should have had the tweets pulled up. I'm sorry. But, people in the Hive community are pretty not happy with Randy, because I was saying, you guys are crazy. Why are you buying this coin? How could it be worth so much? It's because they were pumping it. Witness the rise of crypto anarchy. The most impressive part of this story is not the proof of stake power play by Sun. It's that those who dissented exited the network they considered compromised and created one that was even more valuable, tweeted CASA CTO Jameson Lopp. Crime and punishment. On 19th of May, the current Steem witnesses, still voted in by Justin Sun, who continued to deny that he was playing a role, announced further retribution. The next upgrade would not just freeze accounts, but it would forcibly take cryptocurrency out of people's accounts for supposed criminal activity. So 23 million Steem tokens worth $5 million and belonging to 65 accounts were on the chopping block.
Whoa. Taking coins out of someone's wallet? Obviously not a self-custody wallet. Not your keys, not your crypto. Who left their keys? Who left their crypto in the fucking... What exchange are we talking about? Are we talking about Poloniex here? Dalesky, think of streamers as gladiators. Entertain the masses while the elites laugh all the way to the bank. Ooh, that hurts because it's probably accurate. Hendrik, you've got a combination of good emotes there, man.
Really? Hensley was furious and reached out to some of the Korean witnesses who he had
criminal.
met before, asking them how they could do this to him. Some of them later dropped out before the upgrade happened. By the time it went through, Hensley said he could only recognize 2 of the witnesses as real people. The others were likely fake. Hensley stayed up all night and stared at the clock as the hour hand moved to 7 a.m. He checked his Steem wallet. Then, just like that, his cryptocurrency was gone.
Damn.
He said he felt embarrassed because he was unable to stop his money from being taken in full view of the rest of the world. They didn't just steal my stake. I spent over $1 million on. They stole my time, my blood, my sweat, and tears, he said. Then he did a double take. The tokens had moved. Not once, but twice. They were no longer sitting in the designated wallet, but had been sent to a crypto exchange, Bittrex, with a message that the funds should be returned to their rightful owners. The money was saved. He tweeted, "Holy shit, did someone just pull the most gangster white hat hack ever?" The anonymous benefactor posted a picture of himself as the fictional outlaw
Robin Hood.
When someone commented asking what character would be used to play him if this was a movie, he replied, "I'd expect no less than Rami Malek, aka Elliot from Mr. Robot," referring to the cybersecurity engineer and vigilante hacker in the 2015 TV series. Robin Hood also sent another transaction to Sun's own Steem wallet with a message in Korean that said, "Stealing is bad." But Robin Hood didn't quite save the day. Bittrex refused to hand the funds back to their original owners, putting them under review. Screw you, Bittrex. On June 16th, Notestein, Hensley, and other witnesses filed a breach of bailment lawsuit, where property had been passed to a third person against the exchange in the U.S. District Court for the Western District of Virginia. They hoped to get their funds returned, but it was a long shot. Sorry. What Bittrex did was bullshit. Should have returned the money to the accounts. See, when you do a transaction on STEEM or on the STEEM blockchain, you know where that transaction came from. It says the account name. Mine is @Hilarski. Anybody can send me tokens, and then they could put a memo in it, and the memo could say a sentence. It could say whatever you want. But they knew exactly where those coins came from. They should have been turned around and sent back. When the all clear was given, they should have sent the coins back to the rightful account owners.
It's not very decentralized. Just to counteract that comment from Randy, if the chain can then roll back shit, it's not very decentralized, is it? I mean, where did all this go so badly wrong? Justin Sun, right? Pretty much. I wonder how many lawsuits are up against the SEC right now. Yeah, good question.
Was yet again in his basement. A warring fan threatened to blow an empty citrus drops can off his desk. He had spent the last 2 days writing 3,000 words on the future of Hive, and it was time to publish it. And see how the community responded. My vision is to make Hive the most attractive platform for the development and innovative decentralized applications, he wrote, before diving into the technical details. It wasn't just a pipe dream. Nostine had the technical expertise, a willing community, and no obstacles in his way. The bomb that was the Ninja Mine stake had exploded, causing a difficult and expensive fallout and obliterating a once thriving community, but his dream for his social network was still very much alive. All right, so I want to tell everyone I do work with library.
Admin keys equals not decentralized. Exactly. So I know he's going to wrap this up here and give us his thoughts, which I'm keen to hear. But could I jump in and like go forward from this experience? Would it be safe to say that when Justin Sun eyeballed DLive as a decentralized, which is what it always promoted itself as, decentralized blockchain live streaming, do you think that Justin Sun saw that, or saw that the golden light on the horizon and went, that's what I need. I need to do what I wanted to do with Steemit, and I can do it with these guys because they're decentralized. And he grabbed it, and then he fucked it. Hendrik, you don't have to be in crypto to know that you never give keys. Well, everybody gives their keys to the valet driver. What's the difference? Huh? You see?
BRY. So I love library. I think they do a better job than Steemit or Hive.
But hang on. Hendrik, sorry to fuck you up here, man, but if you've got a bank account, you've given your keys. The difference is auto insurance. Okay, so the valet might not have been the greatest example of it, but if you've got a bank account, not your keys, not your crypto. Not your keys, not your cash. You rich cunt, valet driver. Oh, okay, forget the valet, forget that. That was a bad example. Bank accounts. Do you know I got a tax return, which I didn't think I was getting, from New Zealand. When I was there this time last year, I would have been deep in the meat of winter, driving that shuttle bus up Coronet Peak. I got a tax return. It was a substantial amount. I'm not going to say the amount, but it was enough to be like, oh wow, okay, great, give it to me. To get that money out of that account from New Zealand to Australia, wow. Had to dance through hoops. I'm like, hold on a second. I've got a bank account in New Zealand. and I've got an IRD number. I'm getting a tax return. Okay, dump that money into my New Zealand bank account. Take that money and then send it to my Australian account. They're like, oh, you have to prove this residencies. You have to do this. I'm like, I'm not getting a loan here. I'm taking my money from my account to my other account. And it just was like so difficult to do that. And then there was a 3-day wait period as well. And by the way, both banks were ANZ, Australia New Zealand Banking Corporation. Both of them. The same bank, different branches, different countries, but the same bank. I was like, this shouldn't be this difficult. Okay, it could be difficult if I was going from ANZ to Combank, Commonwealth Bank, two banks in Australia. But I was in the same banking corporation. And like, yeah, but the New Zealand branch of ANZ doesn't speak to the Australian branch. Well, I'm the same customer with the same KYC. I'm the same dude. You can check that out on both ends. Anyway. I'm at 69 Bullshit Boulevard. Jesus.
True decentralization. So that's my opinion. If you're using library and you want it to be truly decentralized, please use the app. Download it to your computer so that you can run the torrents and keep it decentralized. So I know people are going to talk, that's something, there's people out there that know that we're working with library. We run the library.lat community it's the Spanish-speaking community for library. And I'm sure if somebody really wanted to be pissed off and talk smack to me, they're going to say, oh, Randy, you made this video because, you want to undermine Hive or Steem and all that kind of stuff. And I don't want to undermine shit. I'm a crypto agnostic, guys. I want to see, all the boats rise.
So this is before Library copped their SEC battle, right? Their token sale was deemed a security.
Be successful. I'm still posting on the Steem blockchain. I'm still posting on
and
Hive.
This is obviously well before Hex too. So this is a few years back now.
Some of you guys might not like what I said here. I don't give a fuck. I really don't.
I really dig this guy. I really dig his take on all this, and I dig his delivery. Randy makes good points. Didn't touch on others though. Oh, okay.
Downvote me.
Dale, I know you might want to talk about it. We're not going to get to it tonight. I got to wrap this up and get to bed. I'm so off. I'm so out of. I've not slept, so I need to be out of here soon.
I'm used to it. A lot of the dicks that were on Steam It, who were downvoting people for dumb reasons, are now over on Hive. So. Just move trash from one spot to move the trash from one area to another area, as far as I'm concerned.
Thanks, Dale. I will also say this: there was a point when I was on Steemit for I guess about 6 months with their DTube. I don't know if you guys remember. There was DTube, and it was on Steemit, and I found it really lame, simply because. What he just mentioned there, the downvotes and consequently the other side of the upvote. So if you posted a comment and it was upvoted by, the big names, your comment would be worth more token. And the same with your videos on DTube. So if you put up a video, people could upvote it and then you'd earn the token, percentages of that token. So what people were doing was just posting up every kind of video you could imagine, just inane shit. Now, I had a good friend at the time. He's still a mate of mine, but we just fell out, but we just lost touch over the years. Jordan Pike. You might remember him from my channel, Jordan Pike Vlogs. He's on YouTube. He hasn't been posting in 2.5 years. Anyway, he was going hardcore with DTube, like hardcore, like multiple times a day uploading. And he's like, yeah, man, it's all about the upvote. I'm getting the upvote. I'm earning money off this. And he's like, people that are getting the big upvotes, they're getting 50, 60, $70 per video. And I'm like, what? So that's why you're doing, yeah, man, if I do 3 or 4 videos a day, I'm earning a couple of $100 a day. I'm like, yeah, really? And then I just saw it was like, it lacked, there was no integrity. It was like so, it doesn't matter what you posted, people upvoted it. And then the conversation would start. And then it would be like upvoting the conversation points. And then they'd be getting money from making a comment that says, great video, what location is that? They haven't watched the video at all. But it's an innocuous comment that someone else will upvote, and then they'll earn from the upvote, and then they'll earn from the comment, and then the video owner will earn. And it was like, none of this is promoting good content. It's promoting spam, if anything, just multiple comments on shit. And so after about 6 months, I was like, fuck, this is garbage. This is absolute rubbish. Get me the fuck out of here. And I just ejected from it. Like, completely just thought it was so... From picking up a video camera as an 11-year-old filming skateboarding to making cool edits and good content to then having this be the end result, I was like, get me the fuck away from that. I don't want to be any part of that at all. It was just... And yeah, it's all gone. It's like TikTok, Hendrik says, I've never posted, yet I got 400 followers. What the fuck? Deleted. Yeah. Yeah. It's just stupid, right? Like, so it's not cool. Creativity should be cool. It shouldn't just be about mass spamming to get an upvote and hopefully one of the big wigs upvotes you. No, make cool content. D-Live got like that for a while. Yeah. Yeah. Nice publications. Sub for sub, all that shit. Yeah.
So, let's go forward. You know, this was a great story, and I'm hoping that it gets made into a movie one day. The part that upsets me the most is that it all could have been avoided if the witnesses would have made a better choice. Legally, I think that blocking the 65 million coins was a bad decision. It's just like the movie Minority Report. How they did not know what Justin was going to do with those coins. Yeah, maybe he was going to assimilate STEEM into the Tron community, Tron Foundation, or whatever. Whatever, man. It was a private business deal. The community was purchased. The Ninja stake was purchased. And if that would have just gone the way it was supposed to, the STEAM witnesses may have lost their power, but they wouldn't have lost any money, right? But they still could have forked, and they could have made Hive and gone on their merry way with Hive, and then they still would have had all their money with Steam. So, my opinion, the one place where everything snapped and broke was when the witnesses, except for Exile, my boy Exile, the witnesses voted to block Justin's coins. So,
do you know the one thing that Randy hasn't mentioned in this video? Like, what was his role here? Was he a content creator? What was he doing on Steam? Was he just not just, but was he a gamer? Like, he hasn't really spoke about what, was he a viewer or a streamer, or, and I know there probably wasn't live streaming on the platform, but he hasn't really mentioned his position, let's just say. You guys talking about Bill Gates? I was wondering if you were going to mention that. Well, yeah, well, he didn't say anything about that.
That's where all...
Was he an investor? You know, did he go hardcore into this Steam It token at the very beginning and he's lost it? Or was he a content creator that was looking for a platform to gain a wider audience? Not throwing any shade, but if you look at the top of his D-Live stream here, he has...
The snowball started rolling down the hill and getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
88 followers, and there's only 3 people watching the stream. So I'm just saying, was he somebody, or was he nothing on the platform? Maybe a blend of several things. Maybe, yeah. He was a content creator, Hexy. What in like what was it? Just because like I remember when I looked at Hive, it was all about like photos and blog posts. It wasn't about videos and DTube definitely was video centric, but I don't think Steam at the initial stage was. This is the replay. Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah, Redco, that's true. This is the replay. Yeah, true. Yep, you're right. The replay. Yep. And then uploaded to YouTube. I guess we should just check. Yeah, okay. So 10,000 subscribers and 134. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Fair point. Fair point. He was a motherfucker nothing. No, he wasn't.
Bigger and bigger until people were wrecked. So
I just wish he had have mentioned. I mean, maybe he didn't mention it because he just assumed the crew that were watching were his regulars. But it would be good for someone like me that's coming on years later to understand where he sit in this ecosystem.
That's my opinion about the whole Steam versus Tron debacle. I am going to post this to YouTube. I'm sure I'm going to take a lot of shit for it, guys, because
I thought your take was good.
My wife and I were big in the Steam community. We weren't. Once Dan left and the community guy, I can't remember his name. Oh, Andrew Levine. I think Andrew was the one that undermined us.
How old is this tab? Probably from New Zealand. This probably got tabbed when I was in New Zealand. So this time last year.
That's very much. That's the guy. It was funny because I remember Ned Scott wrote me an email before he hired Andrew Levine. He said, "Randy, what do you think of Andrew?" I could probably pull up the email. I said, "Hey, he seems like a nice kid. Great for the community. You should hire him." I think within 7 or 8 months, he was probably the guy that said, "Hey, we don't need Randy and Annabelle anymore." So, screw you, Andrew.
Uh-oh.
So, great things going forward with crypto. It was a weird day of crypto. Bitcoin was down, Ethereum was down, Hex is down.
Oh, Hex.
Everything was beat up. So
Hex exists at this point. Okay.
Let's hope that it turns
Hexy, he and his wife are content creators. They help launch and create Curo projects as well. Okay, cool.
And starts going back up. Please follow me on Twitter. Please follow me on YouTube. It's easy to find Randy Hilarski. Give me a follow here on DLive. I want to thank everyone that was watching. Hey, I got to a new all-time high tonight. I think I had 8 people at one time. That was pretty cool. I'm going to distribute the treasure chest right now, so you guys can get your coins.
DLive chest.
And I want
great publications.
I'm going to continue doing these live streams.
That's a Hex logo on his cap. Fucking A! I didn't even notice that. It's got the moon. Hex to the moon. I didn't even see it. I did not see it.
Monday through Thursday, 10 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Hey, Doski! We're just wrapping up here, Doug. Good to see you, though.
When the clocks change in the U.S., crazy Americans, it'll be switching to Eastern Standard Time. But right now, it's going to be Central Standard Time. So I appreciate it. If you guys have subjects you want me to talk about, I'll look into it. I'm not against talking about other coins.
Ooh. Hex community don't like that. You can't talk about anything else. Shit, that's lame.
Live Bear, congratulations, brother. Blue Boom, congratulations, you guys. Thank you. Thanks for watching, and enjoy those lemons.
That's how that ends, just like that. Hey, get out of there. Something else playing in the background. Look, just to wrap that up, Randy Hilarski, I missed him on DLive. I don't know how that happened. I guess there was a crossover of the eras, the times. I certainly know the name through the Hex community. And I sided with a lot of his opinions of that hostile takeover. I didn't really have any vested interest in it at the time because I wasn't really fazed about Steam and Steam at Chain, but I was there for it, I saw it, and now we're getting the opinion from someone else that was heavily involved and how it affected him. And the idea of this was to sort of look into Justin Sun more so about how lousy his contributions are to whatever he touches, basically. So Justin Sun latches onto things and just fucks them up. Like DLive is just, I don't even need to spell it out to you, right? But that's what happened, and it's good to see his side of it as well. I'm gonna get out of here though, but I see Hendrix comment. Oh shit! There's way more news on old shithead Richard Scheisshaus. So I want to do a stream tomorrow when I'm of a little more clarity, because I've been working a lot and up. I told you my schedules, and I got to go to bed. But when the morrow comes, I do want to do a stream. It'll be a YouTube stream. I won't do it on Kick. I'll do it on YouTube. I want to talk about the SEC sewage of Richard Hart, and what does that mean for Hex, Pulse, and PulseX. Spoiler alert, I think it doesn't really mean a great deal, because code is code and doesn't really matter if Richard's here or not. But I want to talk about that. What time is it now? For my time, it's 6:30 p.m. So when the clock strikes 6 a.m., that'll be 12 hours from now, or approximately. But I won't be streaming at 6 a.m. It'll be about 12 midday. So if you could say 15 hours approximately from now, I'll be live again on YouTube. I want to talk about Richard Hart and the SEC. Be good to have you here with me. It's great to have had you here with me now, but right now, I see that pillow and I'm going to put my head all over it and catch those Z's. I got to go to bed. I got to sleep. Thanks all. Cheers. Get out of here. Kicking it with Gives a Minute on Kick.